is being recorded. Okay. Yeah. So
Great. Okay. First of all, many congratulations, Kartik. The reviews are coming in and they seem to suggest that you've done a great job.
thank you
Congratulations.
so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Means a lot. We from the day one when we started the screening, also like day before yesterday actually, which we did for the army.
Yeah.
There also a lot of people. It was an emotional. It's all these screenings. I think people are getting teary eyed, and the emotions are just um there. It's been an like yesterday also it was an emotional screening that we had. So I think all the reviews also, there the one thing is constant, that everybody is relating to the story or the uh, characters in a way where they're relating to their journey in some way or the other. And I'm just liking the fact that everybody is just enjoying the film, and they're enjoying the and they know the efforts maybe somehow, and they're appreciating it.
Yeah. In fact, I was talking to Kabir yesterday and he was
Oh,
saying the first thing he asked you to do was to cut your hair.
they've
And he
grown
thought,
again, but
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 that was just the superficial bit. But he was saying
yeah,
for an actor of your caliber at this level in your career, to devote a year and a half to, preparing for the role, learning swimming, wrestling, everything, boxing, was a tremendous task. And, he was very proud of you for that. But talk a little about the year and a half you've spent. I also wanted to make a point here, Kartik. I felt even in Satyaprem, I think your Sattu was much more internal. You seem to
yeah,
have done a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
work on yourself internally. So,
yeah.
is this some sort of a more mature, a more sort of introspective kind of actor who's emerging? Because you're not a trained actor, we all know that, but is this
I
a
I
lot more
think
work that you've done on yourself internally?
I think post COVID or during that time, a lot of introspect. I got a lot of time to introspect, and maybe there were some conscious decisions in terms of what to do next and how to go about it. So maybe that's something which is reflecting on my work and the kind of process I'm getting involved in. Of course, there's some kind of maturity also that comes with experience, and having done these many films now, it's also helped me maybe get a better understanding of what what I also want to do, and what my audiences also would want me to do. So I think that is where I'm coming from. With the Satya Prem Ki Katha also, with this one also, with Freddy Dhamaka, all those films, and in fact a Bhool Bhulaiya also, they're all different from each other. They're all different genres, different characters, but I've enjoyed the process of each and every film, each and every character, and they're unique in their own way. So I think maybe there was a time when I was getting very um I was only doing either romance or comedy or rom-coms. So I was just getting too used to those films. And then suddenly these kind of films also, then I decided to, maybe change the kind of films that I'm doing, or the kind of roles that I might be doing. So my gut instinct, it just took me there, and I started liking such films which are different from each other, such characters which are different from each other. And this introspect, the time that I got to introspect, I think that really helped me to change certain perspective, certain ideas towards my work and how to go about it, and it's reflecting now, I guess. And also 1.5 years of training, the kind of training that we did for Chandu Champion. Especially when I heard the film, the first thing that came to my mind was that I have to look the part.
Yeah.
I have to look like not just an athlete but a super athlete. And that's where the entire film, मुझे क्योंकि पता था मुझे इस फिल्म में आधी फिल्म में मैं कपड़े पहना ही नहीं हूँ. So 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 and I was just coming out of this film Freddy, where I had
Huh.
gained a lot of weight, a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a condition where I was just mentally drained or tired of thinking also ki how will I just achieve this. But Kabir sir helped me out with the timelines, and he told me that we'll plan it in a way where you get time to do it. But then during that time, I won't be able to shoot for anything. I won't be able to do anything else. But I'll have to learn all the skill sets. I have to train like a machine. So the entire planning went in, and we took a call that I'll take a break for 1.5 years and not do anything and just do Chandu Champion. And even when I'm preparing for it, I won't shoot or do. I was completely antisocial. I was not like I was. It was just like blinkers were on, and I was just eating,
You
sleeping.
didn't eat chow mein off your car with the
Yes, fully, fully. Street food, chow mein, everything, sugar, everything was off. I just had to have all the dietary things that were given to me from day one to day last. For like 1.5 or 2 years, I just had the same meals every single day, not even a single cheat meal. So that was the life I was living. I learned boxing from the scratch, swimming from the scratch, dangal from. I had no clue about wrestling. All these sports were so actually very torturous, because the thing was swimming जब कर रहा था तो मुझे viral था 102 fever था, and I had to swim in the Olympic stadium with real professional swimmers who had won gold in Paralympics or somebody in. So it was just a mess for me at that point of time, because it was just cold water, and I hate cold water. For 8 hours, I had to be in cold water with viral fever. During Dangal, I'm giving you an overview. मतलब मैं monologue की तरह आपको बस पूरा बोलता जा रहा हूँ.
नहीं नहीं
You-
आप बताइए it's so much
हाँ,
fun because
yeah,
it's a lot of work. We don't
a
look
lot of
at
work.
the kind
Yeah,
of work that
yeah.
you guys have to put in.
Especially in this kind of a film, it required that amount of time and time and effort. Because even with Dangal, as I was saying, Dangal में we were shooting in Y, और वो mountain में shoot था जहाँ पे it was so hot, and it was like a furnace, and the soil was just too hot, and मैं ना चप्पल पहन सकता था, and I was just in a langot. So we were
Langot.
all of, yeah, तो wrestlers वगैरह के साथ we were all in langot, and वो उस पे ही फेंकते थे, वो जो पूरी सॉइल जो गर्म हो जाती थी धूप से, एंड उसी में वो एकदम ऐसा वो चटका लगना या गर्मी से, it just become, it was just again an a non-environmental friendly shoot, where there it was, yeah, so many days of these kind of things have happened, where I had no clue, but to think कि ये मेरी military training हो रही है. It's not just a shooting going on, but actually like a military training going on. And even with boxing, my boxing, they were all professional boxers. जो boxers आया था वो
आपने
heavyweight.
मार खाई कुछ?
मुझे मार भी पड़ी, मेरे को घूसे पड़े बहुत. सो वो सब मेरे, तो शोल्डर इंजर हो गए थे दोनों while I was boxing, and then I had to still complete the fights because there was no other option. These boxers were flying in and out of the country for
Right.
our shoot,
Yeah.
and and they also had their bouts outside India, outside wherever they were having their bouts. The world champion, one of them was a world champion bout boxer. So he just came
Oh,
from a fight.
what
Uh,
was he, a UFC fighter?
no, he's from a boxing federation. So he
Oh,
was
oh,
so the final fight in the film that I have is with a boxer who just came from a boxing federation, the world championship boxing fight.
wow.
And so all these people were just trained athletes, and they were the best of the best, and I was up against them. So I had no option but to actually train myself, get trained properly, and be a professional over there. And these are just physical abilities or skill sets which I'm talking about. Other than that, we had to go into the Marathi dialect. because again,
Yeah.
that was for the first time I was again put in an arena where I had no clue, and I was learning these. Thankfully, we were not speaking Marathi. We were speaking in Hindi. The dialogues
Hindi,
were in
but with
Hindi,
the
but with a dialect, but with,
yeah.
अब मैं चंदू नाई, so नहीं का नहीं हो जाएगा, चंदू नाई चैंपियन है मैं. So it's just these small small things. ये ट्रेलर में एक था इसका, लेकिन पूरी फिल्म में इसी तरीके से बात किया हूँ कि बराबर को बरोबर बोल रहा है, या
Uh,
वो the sentences, the way they are formed, वो jumbled हो जाते हैं थोड़े. So now my Hindi is gone for a toss where where I kind of have a problem with constructing sentences in Hindi now. So
but
so
what an experience. इसके बाद you should get at least one Olympic medal for yourself.
ये सब करने के बाद भी सब बोलते हैं इतना आसान नहीं है. बहुत डिफिकल्ट है.
एटलीस्ट
So
किसी डिसिप्लिन में तो मिलना चाहिए स्विमिंग या
जेन्युइनली मैं आई हैड नेवर थॉट कि मैं कभी भी स्विमिंग कर रहा हूँ किसी फिल्म में छोड़िए, मैं मतलब रियल में भी कभी नहीं सोचा था ये. तो जब ये ऐसा फिल्म में हो रहा था तो मुझे बहुत डर, बिकॉज आई हैव हाइड्रोफोबिया, मेरे को डीप वाटर का डर है थोड़ा. सो
हाँ,
और वो तब था when I didn't know how to swim. So when I learned it, I was put in a Olympic stadium which was 15 feet deep, and we were swimming all the way. So
that's scary.
but I'm glad that at that time it wasn't scary because तब तक मैं सीख गया था.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I had not learned it, I used to think about it every time कि अभी मैं स्विमिंग पूल में कैसे जाऊंगा जो ये दिखा रहे हैं जिसकी फोटो मुझे. So
Did you
yeah, it
spend
was a
time with
mess.
Mullikant also? Or
So during my swimming, so basically, Kabir sir decided that I should not meet Murli sir
right.
before the shoot starts. Because he didn't want he
Mimic to you to
yeah,
mimic
he didn't
him.
want me to imbibe his characteristic or character traits because he's of a certain age right now. And my age group from youngest to the younger lot to the old goes from from 16 to 25 to 30. The major story is between 20 to 24. So for me to have those character traits at that point of time would have been a problem. I would imbibe certain things which might not work in a young
Right.
Murli. So sorry, there's Katori. But
How
as
is
you,
Katori, by the way?
she's good. She's grown up. Katori, ले just इधर ला. I'll get it. इधर ला. Yeah.
Oh, she's grown.
Yeah, she's
The
actually
last
grown
time
up.
I saw
From
her,
the
she's
last
two
interview,
two.
she's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah. ज्यादा इसकी
Now so
डाइट
she
नहीं चल
can't
रही.
see anything, I think. She must have missed you also.
She really did. No, I got her. Basically, I couldn't take her to London, but I
Ah,
took her to Y and Pune.
oh,
So she was there. She was actually, she and my mom, they were throughout my shoot, they were there. Because
right.
at this point of time, I was really concerned about my diet. And my family was also concerned about it that ये कुछ खा रहा नहीं है, और ये सिर्फ जिम कर रहा है या ट्रेनिंग कर रहा है
What
बॉक्सिंग.
did you eat every day, Kartik? What was your diet? May I know?
So I don't eat
Because your
non-veg.
body fat went from what?
39
39%.
39% to 7%.
That is what I was
So
told by Kabir.
yeah, 39 to 7. So it might have been even more actually, because did our DEXA scan after 3 weeks of training. So if I might have done it before, then it would have been around 40, 41.
Right.
So whatever, it was too high. I never imagined myself to be in that state also, but I think Freddy के चलते मेरा खाना इतना बढ़ गया था कि I didn't realize that. Then I used to, because I don't eat non-vegetarian food. So for me, it was a bit difficult in terms of getting the protein
Protein.
diet
Yeah.
properly. It was more of tofu and soya beans and more of cauli rice instead of rice. No chapatis, no normal rice.
Yeah.
It was more about alternate food, which was high in fibers or proteins. Um, and easy carbs. So and even carbs was just there for the heck of it. So So yeah, I was literally not having food, which my comfort food actually, which I usually like because
But your mom is a doctor, no? If
yeah,
I'm not
but
mistaken,
she's a
yeah.
gynac.
Okay, it doesn't help.
तो
Slight
तो
problem.
थोड़ा सा अलग है थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है
The doctor is a doctor,
yeah doctor
someone
is
to
a
take care of your general health.
I mean she's a mom so yeah
Yeah, she's a mom, actually. That's
yeah
the most important thing.
yeah
So, but you seem to have enjoyed the process despite
I
the
did. I
tough
did. It was all
aspect of it.
it was all worth it, ma'am. Actually, because I think I've never done something like this before. It's an opportunity which is a lifetime opportunity for me. And when I heard the role, when I heard the film, that day itself, I knew that this is a process which I have to get into, and I enjoyed it a lot, thoroughly enjoyed it. The- शुरू में मुझे withdrawal symptoms होते थे in terms of food habits because मैं suddenly वो एक फूड हैबिट को छोड़ के जितना भी कम करूं फिर भी ऐसा लगता था कि नहीं यार आई कैन आई ईट टुडे एटलीस्ट कल से स्टार्ट करता हूँ दैट यूज्ड टू हैपन फॉर लाइक 2-3 weeks it went on but then once I got into that zone I think that just vanished I left sugar entirely for 1.5 years. I had to be on this diet which I was talking about for like 1.5 years. अगर मैं रात को if I'm having this soup which I used to have, so I had it for like almost like a like 2 years. So that's it. So मतलब मेरा उसमें कोई change ही नहीं था. So I was literally like a machine. Um,
Issue.
uh, sleeping I was almost an insomniac before this and that changed I had to change my sleeping pattern so as because my body needed rest
Yeah.
so 8 hours of sleep में आ गया मैं उसके उसको छोड़ के so everything my mind and my body just got conditioned uh, to a scenario where I turned my life into a life of an athlete. And plus, I used to have so many workshops, so many reading sessions with Kabir sir, internalizing Murlikant Petkar's thoughts, and maybe deconstructing Karthik technically. Because my image is, here was this film where I was doing a film on an unsung hero whose image or reference point is not there for the audience or myself also so the first thing was to deconstruct my image when you see me in the film. Also construct an image based on the things that Kabir said. So Kabir sir had invested a lot of time, or he spent a lot of time with Mulli sir, and from those meetings, I think he gathered certain notes, and he narrated me. Some traits and he and I had those classes where we used to again talk about building an image and what not to do what to do how to perform how not to perform unlearn learn all those things so that an image is set and so that was my referential point to play Murli sir without meeting him actually
Right.
and Kabir sir really helped me out with that so these were the things which we were going through. I was doing that, and apart from boxing, swimming, wrestling, and building body.
But a transformative experience, right? Something that you will is a defining, I think, defining moment in your career and your life.
It's a turning point in my life.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel Chandu Champion is once in a, as I said, once in a lifetime opportunity that comes rarely in an actor's life, and I caught it somehow at the right time in my career or in the phase that I am in. And it will maybe prove to be a turning point for me. Uh,
Right.
so I think, yeah, I think this experience has been really transformative, not just physically, but mentally. Uh,
Mentally and emotionally also.
Emotionally also it required lots and lots of patience lots of
Yeah.
willpower lots of manifestation. I used to keep this wallpaper of Brad Pitt's body from Fight Club. It's still on my phone. uh, so as to so because I had told sir that I will make this body, sir, no matter what, I will do it, but give me time and give me 1 year or 1.5 years, but I'll work towards it. And that's what. And finally, after a year or so, I sent him a photo, my bare body photo, and which was exactly shot like that.
Oh,
and,
nice.
and it was exactly the same. So we were just so happy when we achieved it. So lots and lots of manifestation, lots of patience to reach there. I think,
Right.
and it gave me a lot of positivity. I think, no matter what, I don't know. We are on the verge of the release now. I hope the film works at the box office also. But I've already been rewarded with so many, so those who have seen the film, those I've worked with, the team. It's been a rewarding experience for me altogether.
But Kartik, also a person like you as a dedicated fandom, they expect a certain kind of Kartik when they go to watch your
Yeah,
movie. They
yeah,
expect that is a big trap for an actor like you,
yeah.
and especially a star who has now developed a fandom for a certain kind of role, and then they say, "Arey yaar, but this is not the same Kartik that we know." So that's a tricky bit, isn't it?
I'm trying to change it, ma'am. I'm trying to make it exciting for myself also, for the audience also. I
Right.
feel I've done that enough, and I hope that they accept me in different kind of roles or different opportunities that I'm getting. And I'm
Yeah, I
also
think
trying to explore.
with Satyaprem, the change was
Yeah.
obvious, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So with Satya Prem, there was a lot of change. A lot of people thought when I was doing that film that it's not a comedy film, the usual
Yeah,
comedy film that I might be a part of. But when it came out, we got so much love for it. So that gave me a lot of validation in terms of my choices also. And I think Chandu Champion also would I hope would prove to be like that, because it's a film I'm really proud of, and I think it's
yeah.
a gem in my filmography. It's that diamond that I'll always cherish, and I think it's a gift from Kabir sir to me, and I really I would always remember this film,
But of course, we'll still want you to do Bhool Bhulaiya part 3 and part
which
4.
I'm doing, I'm not leaving those film also. So it's not
Yeah,
like I'll leave those films and I'll only do this. I'm just mixing it up. I'm just
yeah.
trying to because वो फिर वो भी मजा शायद से somewhere down the line after a point I feel I won't be excited to be a part of
Huh, but,
certain genres if I keep doing them.
huh,
So and I don't want to box myself in this in this pattern where a lot of people get trapped also, that of doing the same thing again and again and
right.
again, so which I can easily be a part of. And but I'm trying my best to just maybe do something else also and do that, then so that also starts looking different. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the whole point.
So, how would you describe yourself after a year and a half of working on Chandu Champion? Are you more mature, wiser, looking for a simpler life? Where are you
I
at,
would I
Kartik?
would love to think like that. Much more wiser and mature, simpler life. I really think it's transformed me in a way where I thought I would never think about meditating. I would think about stuff like that, which is and I see I was always a family person. I was always into I stay with my family. I love spending time with them, but also to maybe early to bed, early to rise, think about just having my me time, just not thinking about work all the time. Maybe it's just something ek ठहराव आ गया. I'm not running anymore, I think, which I feel is a big change. I was actually running for a I don't know for what kind of a race, which doesn't have a finish line, of course.
Yeah,
But now I don't feel like that, or I think like that. Maybe it's these 2 years that I've been with
yeah,
myself, and I don't Mm. And I
Always
don't.
also, Kartik, also always trying to please other people because,
Yeah, so
you're
that
a
has
people
been a big
pleaser,
change.
right?
That has been a big change where
Yeah,
I don't crave for validation anymore.
all the time.
Yes, yes, I'm telling you, this has been a big change in me where see, I would of course जब कोई बुरा बोलने लगेगा तो आपको बुरा लगेगा ही। लेकिन मुझे ऐसा कुछ वो नहीं है कि अरे यार इसको कैसा लग रहा है, अरे यार इसको दोज थॉट्स वो जो पहले मेरे दिमाग में आते थे, मुझे अभी वो थॉट्स ऐसे नहीं आते। अच्छा इनको नहीं अच्छा लगा ठीक है, इनको अच्छा लगा ठीक है, it's
हाँ,
gone.
बिल्कुल।
But I have really enjoyed working. I have really enjoyed the process, and be it this film, be it a Bhool Bhulaiya also now, be it any other film, it's been now it's become about the process for me, and which has been a big change, I think. Yeah,
Great. Thank you so much for spending so much time talking to me, Kartik. All the very best. I'm
thank
looking
you,
forward
ma'am.
to all the work that you do from Chandu Champion to Bhool Bhulaiya, my favorite
Are so sweet.
franchise. And the next one has really, I mean, you're surrounded by really superstars. I mean,
Yes, yes, they
lucky
are. I'm
you.
learning a lot every day. I'm gonna be meeting them at the screening tonight, so I
Very lucky.
hope.
Great. Thank you so much. And I wish you
Thank
all
you,
the
ma'am.
best. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, ma'am. Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Kaveri ma'am.
Thank you.